Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. This time I want to pour a bowl, and I did a bowl like this already in a round shape, and now I thought I'm gonna do one in an oval shape. So this is the oval wild water mold from Molds and Shapes, and I have chosen some gold pigment, and it's a chameleon pigment from Let's Resin, and I'm just brushing this into my mold. The chameleon pigment is not the intensive chameleon pigment, it's just the normal chameleon pigment from Let's Resin. But I'm just speeding my video up a little bit, otherwise it takes too long till I'm finishing brushing my mold and it gets too boring for you. But you can already see it's a beautiful effect. It's okay, it's called wild water mold, but you can also achieve a beautiful silk effect. What I did off camera is pouring a back layer just in metal gold, and I let it cure or almost cure. This was now 24 hours later, but because I made a thin pour, it's still of course bendy. So the thicker you pour, the faster it cures. But anyway, I demolded now, and yeah, the mold is quite big and I was a little bit struggling, but it's all right. It's the L size of this mold, and look at the chameleon effect. I hope you can see it a little bit. I really like it. So I asked my boyfriend actually what color to use with the gold, and he wanted black, so that's what I did. But first I'm just pouring a clear layer because I want to pour this upside down. I will tell you later why. So I'm just pouring my clear resin into the mold, and then let the resin set a little bit, and then I'm gonna place my centerpiece with the effect, but you will see this in a second. So, and I'm now just taking my little piece and I'm showing you what I want to do. But I really needed to wait a little bit till I could place my centerpiece. So I let the resin settle a little bit. And then I'm back for the next step, and this is now where I place my other tray upside down, because I hoped to achieve a crackle effect at the sides. I can already tell you I achieved a little bit of a crackle effect, but not much. It's very, very fine and you can hardly see it. So that was the idea behind it. And I'm sure I will try, or I'm gonna go with this again to have a very beautiful crackle effect. But it doesn't matter now. I'm placing here my tray into my resin, and then I just let it cure. And this is now the next day again, and I can do what I wanted to achieve, the crackle effect, and I just place some more clear resin into the mold, or on top of my other tray. And then I'm just taking black mica powder. So I hope to achieve something there. and I'm pouring this also what I have, and then I'm also giving it a little push with some other clear resin which I still had aside, because I noticed what I mixed there was not enough, but I had some resin still mixed, so I could give it a push so the resin can just float to the edges and fill up the mold. And then I'm going to show you a time lapse that the resin is really moving. So don't overfill, just let the resin flow. And yeah, that's what I did. And this is now the next day. And again, the next day I can demold. And it looks, of course, a little bit weird because I put the clear resin on top of the black. But it's the bottom side, so I don't really mind. But now I can demold, and I'm very curious how this is going to look like. So it's a huge mold. I think it's in the length 35 centimeters, so it's huge. And now I can just take my mold off my resin piece and look at this. I have a few little bubbles where the effect is, but I actually don't mind. I don't know if you can see them, but they are tiny bubbles and it looks like pearls lying on top of the silk, so I really don't mind. But I love the chameleon effect because it's not quite so extreme. I think with the intensive chameleon effect it would be much more intensive, but I love how this is, you know, they're the gold, then it turns into a reddish gold and also into a greenish gold, and this is what I really like. So there you see it again, and it's really very, very shiny. So, and this is now again the next day because I really let it set a little bit, and then I put my bowl into hot water. And this is the step I didn't show in my other videos because I referred to Rebecca from Art of Cheshire Cat. So if you want to look into her video also again, she shows this and she explains it so well. So I link her anyway into my description box because she gave me great inspiration for these, for these designs. So you see, I have my sink full with water. It's rather warm, so I need to be always fast, you know, taking my bowl out. And then I need to check, is it bendy enough? Can I do something with it? And then I just let it settle again in the hot water. And I think this is a good way to shape your bowls. It's better than a half cured piece taking out of the mold and then shaping your bowl, because then you always have fingerprints or whatever on your bowl, and here you don't have it, and this is what I really like. So now I can dry it because I need to use some tape, and if it's of course not dried, the tape doesn't stick. So now you see me struggling in how I'm gonna shape my bowl, and you know, you need to be happy with what you are doing. So I loosen it a couple of times, but I saw Rebecca doing this as well in her video. It needs to fit, it needs to meet your understanding of how you like it, how you think it's beautiful. And that's what I did. And you see, when you're doing this on your own, you really struggle, and you need to see that you put the piece to your tummy and then give it a little bit of the force so you can bend it. But it's fun doing. I must admit, I really love those bowls, and I'm so grateful that I saw this video from Rebecca. So I guess I'm almost happy. No, I'm not yet happy. So I'm doing it again, and but there will come a time when I'm happy and I just leave it and let it cure for another 24 hours, because otherwise because it's soft, it just goes back into a flat bowl or not like you wanted to have. So let it cure 24 hours and everything is fine. So, and then I took my tape off. I didn't show you this because I'm fine with the tape. I don't have any leftovers from my tape on my piece. And this is now the final result. I painted the edges in gold. There you see that I only have, I did only one layer of the gold, but I'm for sure once that is dried, proper dried, I'm gonna go with the second layer of gold. And there's gonna come another video and where you see a little bit of the color shift. So with this, I love and leave you, and you see there's not really a crackle effect, but well, anyway, with this, I love and leave you, and I thank you for watching, guys. Take care. Bye bye.